Welcome back to Let's Play Higurashi Tsumihoroboshi for the final part. They finally added cards. I haven't signed in a Steam in forever. I even got the message where it was like, oh, is this still your account? Is this the right one? You haven't signed in forever, so we're just confirming this is right, yeah? I can't remember last time I signed in. Sweet and Sour Maid, A Matter of Life and Death. And we've got two doubles, Angelic Kitty, and take the home with me. As usual, I get doubles in the cards, but it looks like they finally added cards. So since I haven't signed in ages, have you got any updates? I haven't really been paying attention. You got the old art style there. Tsumihoroboshi trading cards are now available. That was on the 10th. So that was, this is 27th as I'm recording this, so that was over a week ago. If you want to grab your own main outfit, Sudoku Enrique, it's time to start collecting or whatever. What the hell, man. No update on the next arc though. What I kind of like have in mind right now is, since there's clearly not going to release it till either probably late December or January or whatever, then I guess, like, well, I don't really want to like start another LP or anything like that on this VN channel until the new year, because I want to still do the Higurashi and all that, but they've been released at a slow pace. It's just like, because like it's kind of chaotic. I mean, I've got 5 technically if you include Final Fantasy X on my main channel alone going, so I'm kind of like, yeah, I guess this channel will kind of go on the no content probably till the new year, I imagine, because this, God knows when the next song will get released. Oh, it says right there, doesn't it? Wait, I last played on the 9th. Literally the next day then was when they released the cards. How about that? But yeah, it's been a while. It's because I've like taken forever to make the all-cast review session since they don't have them in the answer rocks. So I made my own version. It's a little under 5 minutes long. I was bloody steamed just because I haven't freaking signed in freaking forever. It's only been like, what, 2 weeks? Come on. Piss off with your updates and shit. Anyway, it took me forever to get around to essentially doing that because I just couldn't be asked. I had to write a script and then I had to edit it all together and shit. But that'll be at the end of this. Whatever, let's just play the bloody thing. We'll go get the interview thing out of the way. We'll look at our achievements. And that would be that for this arc. It's like, even with all this, like, and the fun, that's kind of funny in a way. Like, the whole, like, it spanned months playing through this arc because, like, I had that metal breakdown in September, and then, like, when I came back at the end of September, it goes on to October, so I did the October special on my main channel, so this went on hold again, and I came back in November, and within all that time, only at the last second did they introduce the cards, and there's still no update on the next arc. Next arc, man, is going to be like where they drop the bombshell of information where like a lot of things that have remained a mystery will finally start to make sense. Big reveals in the next arc, you know, whenever the hell they release it. Let's go to the staff room. Hello, my name is Rikishi. I hope you enjoyed playing Higurashi when the Cry Hound, Chapter 6, Tsumihoroboshi. There are several themes I wanted to write in this chapter, but I'd like to talk about one of them here. It's about the denial of murder. You know, that's another thing. With the all-cast review session thing I did, it's like, it just makes me realize just how much time must be put into making, you know, the novel in general, because so time consuming in writing, you know. I just like, it's like I didn't want to write too much for it because I knew the editing was going to take a while. I mean, it took me like maybe an hour for like 4 freaking minutes or so. It was ridiculous. So like I didn't like write as detailed as the actual novels write it, but whatever. I'm rambling, just get on with it. Something I have to write sooner or later, since this is a novel about serial meters. There are two means that youngsters in particular use these days to solve problems, which are murder and suicide. When we feel stressed, we choose to either get rid of the source of the stress or get away from it. Let's say you're bullied by a kid at school. You have two ways to solve the problem. You choose either to get rid of the kid from your current environment, or to get away from the environment itself. Well, wording like that sounds extreme, doesn't it? Usually bullies are stronger and have their underlings, so you don't stand a chance alone to get rid of them. And it's also not easy to switch classes or to quit school, so you can't easily get away from the situation. As a result, the situation gets worse day by day, and your stress urges you to solve the problem immediately. And you come up with murder or suicide as easy solutions. Suicide is considered a feat you'd want to consider murder. I feel like there are many people who think that way. However, if you actually committed the murder, it wouldn't be easy to pay for the sin. I believe murderers know that well too. But you really hate the bully who pushed you to the limit where you have no choice but to kill him, so with the determination that turns your entire life upside down, you commit murder. But if you have such strong determination, there have to be more ways to take than opting for murder, which should be the last resort. You can talk to your friends. If that doesn't work, you can talk to your family. If that doesn't work, you can talk to your teacher. If that doesn't work, then what? There have to be more ways. If you have the determination to give up on your life by being murdered, there have to be more ways. Our modern era is better than any era before it. There are many hotlines that you can call to talk to someone. Even if you don't have any friends or family, there are many places you can go for help. The people who will answer the phone aren't amateurs. They're volunteers, but they're also veterans who have worked as social workers or juvenile counselors for a long time. I can assure you that they have more social experience and passion than your parents do. People who work to help people for free can't be bad people. What? If you feel like you have no choice but to kill the bully or commit suicide, please try to call those hotlines. People who think it's useless to talk to others usually haven't really talked to anyone. Have the courage to call. There will be somebody you can completely rely on at the other end of the line. Don't keep it to yourself, talk to somebody. Higurashi Tsumihoroboshi wrote such a long story just to tell you this. He must be a very poor writer. So Higurashi Tsumihoroboshi wants to talk to you all, rather than worrying all by himself. How can I write even more entertaining stories? A bitter laugh. 07's expansion, Higurashi 7. Achievement unlocked, Tsumihoroboshi staff room. What was that? Oh my god, that can't be the whole thing, right? 8 minutes. This is gonna be like a really short part, man. Got the last achievement and everything. That was it? Just like, oh, just a talk, just like, if you're being bullied at school or in a situation like that, like murder or suicide, those are the extremes. Like, talk to someone, essentially. And that, you know what, that actually makes a lot of sense now. That's exactly what this arc was all about, really, wasn't it? It's like, if Rena had just confided in her friends, it probably wouldn't have escalated like that. But she kind of, like, she didn't. She, like, kept it all to herself. So I kind of get how that makes sense in that regard, I guess. But still, that was short and really random. The old cast review sessions were clearly better, if you ask me. I mean, it's nice to kind of get insight into what the writer was thinking a bit, but I like the kind of characters breaking the fourth wall to kind of just talk about the novel and stuff. It's what inspired me to do the After LP Talks that I do, you know? So, where's my... Where the hell did I put that? Oh, there it is. What kind of words shall we have for the day, for the conclusion of this arc? How about conclusion? Is conclusion in here? Conclusion. Conclusion. Just listen to the sound of the Higurashi. I still remember that one part in Matsubushi where, for whatever reason, I got like match third party content on the Higurashi sound. I have no idea how that happened, you know. What was I looking for again? Conclusion. Is he even in here? It's gotta be. Conclusion. No, it isn't actually. Oh, sure. You don't have conclusion, but you have frickin' condom. It isn't really all that different in Japanese. It's pretty much the exact same word. It's condom. It's just, is that mu or ma? I think it's mu. Condom. Actually, it's in katakana. I think it's probably mu, not ma. Mu. Of course, it has to be on the frickin' next page, obviously. Condom. Yeah, it's mu. Condom. We can't have that as the last freaking word of the day, though, can we? How about Haisha. Dentist. Yeah, dentist. Wore away the conclude, eh? That's your words for the day. Condom and dentist. Two words together that should not be together. Imagine that. It's like, oh, that's just a bizarre image, and it's just like, you go to the dentist, just like, okay, we're gonna put this condom on your teeth. Why? Just like, oh, it makes no sense. It's just two words that the kind of. It doesn't have conclusion in my dictionary. Well, it might on the Japanese section, but I'd have to know like the actual word to find it. Otherwise, I'd just be kind of going through it, or just hoping to find the bloody word. But condom? Oh yeah, it's weird. It's like my Welsh dictionary, you know. In a way, it has words you don't expect to find in it, and then it'll like words you expect to find aren't there. I can't remember. I think like in my Welsh dictionary it had the word for pornography, and I was like, what? Of course, this dictionary for Japanese doesn't have that. Or does it? I don't think it does. But seriously, condom? I was not expecting to see that. Nope. No porn in this dictionary. That would be weird. But then again, condom. Seriously. Let's see. No, I wonder if it's only on the English side of the dictionary. Try finding it in the Japanese section of the dictionary, just because that's just like, what? It's just, that's out of nowhere, man. I don't think it is in the Japanese section of the dictionary. You got more basic stuff in that section, like contest, which is is that te? No, actually, what is that? I still suck at katakana, by the way. I'm used to hiragana, but not katakana, and they're both pretty much the same thing. It's just one is used for like different contexts. Like katakana is used for foreign words and stuff that isn't actually traditionally in Japanese or whatever. Was that wait, what? How's that spelled? The contest? Was it Ryu? Yeah, it was. Concru. How does that freaking translate to contest? Concrete? I have no idea how that makes sense. Like, underneath you got concreto, you know. But, you know, they don't exactly pronounce it that way, do they? They're kind of, like, silent on some of the syllables. But yeah, this dictionary basically has a Japanese section where everything is, like, starts off in hiragana, katakana, and also shows the kanji characters. And the other side shows it in English first. That's how it works. But anyways, let's look at the achievements and I suppose call it a playthrough, because the next arc, who knows when it'll be, but this one is finally concluded after much delay. So let's go for the achievements. Alrighty. It's gonna be a pain in the ass. I have to do this. The Great Water Gun Disaster. Participate in the Grand Melee. Perfume and shortcakes. Meet with someone unpleasant. Don't call me Raina. Remnants on the past. Those beneath him is now accidentally I uncover a horrible truth. Those were holy shit, really? That was back in June? My god, this arc really did take forever to clear. Bloody hell. It's insane. Move down here. I mean, this one went on forever, and to think, this started in freaking... Did it really start in June? It did. Like, towards the end of June. No, mid-June even. Bloody hell. And there's still no announcement on the next arc? How is that even a thing? I mean, like, that's just... It's like I said, like, the old cast review session, like, my version of it, I mean, is like a little under 5 minutes long, and the reason why it's like that is because I didn't want to, like, make it too long, because there'd be too much editing involved. So, in a sense, I can understand why it would take a long time to, you know, fully translate so much dialogue and text and whatnot. But still, it's months. They must, like, have this, like, very few people actually working on the translation and release of the arcs, because they are very, like, slow on that. It's taking months and months. But anyways... Glitral, find an easy solution to a big problem. You're crying right now. Be forgiven. Icky things. Believe in conspiracy. Mystery machine. Be drawn further into the conspiracy. Fish in a pond. Make the decision to run. These are unlocked in July and August. Which is weird to me how long ago that was. Village of the Body Snatchers. Realize how deep the conspiracy really goes. I just want to live normally. Accuse a friend of a horrible crime. She's just sick right now. Get the very distinct feeling that something bad is going to happen. The curtain call. Overcome a tragedy. Tsumihoroboshi staff room. Had a chat with Higurashi 07. Well, we didn't necessarily have a chat with him. It's more of just like Higurashi giving his thoughts on the writing process and stuff, and the themes. Also, the kanji character right there on Tsumihoroboshi's staff room, it looks like a kind of centipede, doesn't it? Maybe that's relevant to the actual kanji character. This must be for, like, Sumi and Tsumihoroboshi or something like that. It's obviously... I forget what this arc translated to. Was it something about atonement or something? I can't fully remember. It's been ages since I looked up the meaning. Those were unlocked here in August and then November. Showing the delay because, you know, October and all that. And September with the mental breakdown and shit. And finally, Detective Tsumihoroboshi. Read all tips in Tsumihoroboshi. Unlocked in November. And with that, I suppose we leave you with this deformed hand of Rena, as you can see right there with the original art style. Which is, you know, odd. I mean, look at that. It's kind of weird. Anyways, delayed though it may have been, and delayed the next arc will inevitably be. I hope you enjoyed this Let's Play, and I suppose for this channel I'll see you in the next New Year or something. I don't know. It's like I don't. The reason why I'm like I don't want to start like a new LP or anything like that in place of waiting for the next arc. It's like I am kind of tempted, honestly, at this point, because how slow the release dates are. But I don't want to add another LP to this year because of the New Year video stuff that I always do. I don't want it to like have yet another novel game, whatever, put into the mix, making it so that when I do the New Year video, I put more into the montage, and it goes even longer than it probably will. Speaking of that, I've wrote a song for the, like I always do, past couple of years for it, and I just like I'm having so much trouble with this one because I'm like I've got like this weird pre-solo kind of bits in the song that kind of stands out, and I'm using harmonies and shit, and I'm just like, no, it's too fancy to use for like this kind of thing. I wanted to be more gent, like man, all the songs that I haven't done like that. But I'm just like, but it's nice, but yeah. It's a bit of a dilemma on that. I'm just like, oh, should I use that bit or should not? It's weird. It's like, no, that sounds too good to put into a song. It makes no sense in that context, really. But it's mostly because I want to, like, you know, I don't know. I just want my songs to be more official, like proper release kind of thing, as if I'm using my better ideas. But fuck it. Anyways, it's got nothing to do with this. So that concludes this. On with the all cast review session that I made, and honestly, it's kind of meh. I did it all in one take. There's only a few edits where I was like, no, redo the voice acting because that sounded pretty meh. But honestly, you can hear it in the very beginning of it when I voice act as Renna, welcoming you into the all cast review session. It's just like, because I haven't done recording for this since, 2 weeks or so at least, and I haven't really done much recording the past. I don't think I've done any recording over the past week, so I'm just kind of like But anyways, that concludes this. On with that. Hope you enjoyed. That is all. See you in the next arc, whenever the fuck that comes around. Peace out.
Hello everyone, we hope you enjoyed this playthrough of Higurashi Tsumihoroboshi, and also please support the official release of these novels. What did you think of the story in this one? I think you were really scary in this one, Reina. Seriously, like, what happened there? Killing Reina and Tepe clearly had a big impact on her.
That's an understatement, but there was more to it than that. I'd say that after she got those notes from Takno, that's when her true descent into madness began. So you're saying it was my fault?
Hey Takno-san, welcome to the All Cast review session.
Thank you. Hey, don't forget about me.
Did you even appear in this arc?
I think I might have. I think Tomotake's character gets more and more neglected with each arc.
How sad, poor Toмотake.
I guess maybe I'll get a better role in the next arc. Seeing as they always seem to die in each arc so far, I wouldn't have too high hopes either way.
Hello, Ichi-san, welcome. What did you think of this arc?
Well, it was pretty strange. It felt like deja vu at times with how a number of things felt like Onikakushi and Higurashi. It even had elements of the other arcs too. I'd say this arc had a bit of everything. It certainly did, but I would have liked to have had more of an appearance.
It did seem like some characters didn't get much time in this arc.
Even I had more screen time than Coach.
Oh, hi, Shi-chan. Welcome to the review session. Is there anyone else who wants to join in? Because we really should be talking about the story here.
I agree.
Can we just get back on topic here? I want to know more about Renna's crazy side in this arc.
Yeah, she sure was something in this one, eh? Seeing how the arc ended, do you guys think that maybe Renna was right all along?
I don't know about that. Sure, if things end up the same as it did in Higurashi, doesn't mean that aliens did it.
Well, sticking with my character, I think there might be some truth to the alien conspiracy. What makes you think that? Well, it's just that everything seems to play out in such a way that aids the alien theory.
Seriously? Explain more!
The story up to this point has had a seemingly psychological twist to it. But no matter which character becomes affected, things like Tomitake, and to an extent, Rika's death, remains confusing.
I still don't know about Tomitake, but Rika was clearly murdered.
Maybe the aliens killed her.
Yep, aliens make things interesting, but that would be silly.
I agree with Rika. Chalking it all up to being the work of aliens seems like too much of a parody for such a story. What about those other aliens, like the one about the parasites? Who knows, maybe one of them is the real deal.
The thought of Isla being true is pretty scary.
Aliens and parasites, why not both? What, like in that one movie? I'm not so sure about that. Well, that's anyone's guess, really. Who knows what's really going on in the story?
It's been 4 question arcs and 2 answer arcs, and yet I still don't get what's going on in this plot.
Well, there have been a number of things that sort of link together these arcs. And with all that, it feels like we get more questions than answers.
I heard that the next answer arc will reveal the truth behind everything. What? Seriously? Yep, Rika will be the protagonist in the next one, and many things will fall into play. Yep, I don't know how to feel about being the protagonist.
Don't worry about it. You get out to really show off your character when you play that role. It's great. Gotta think about it. How come I never got an arc to be the protagonist? Sorry, sis. I guess I kinda stole your spot in the previous arc. And you stole my role in the story!
Keiichi-kun, where are you?
Well, you see, I couldn't find the room you guys were in, so I decided to use the intercom to notify that I'm here.
How could he get that mixed up at this point? I mean, we've been using this spot since the very first arc.
Hey, I just have a bad sense of direction sometimes. Besides, isn't it better to keep an air of mystery as to what I look like? Have you already seen your portrait, Kei-chan? That doesn't matter. What matters is that we look forward to the next arc! Well, we'll see you then, Kei-chan.
We hope you enjoyed this Let's Play of Higurashi Tsumihoroboshi and look forward to the next arc. Oh, that felt like it was kind of too abrupt. Anyways, bye. See you in the next arc.